So this year has been particularly busy. We have over 140 people from 24 states. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming back to Washington, D.C. And I want to thank in particular also the Capital Tibetan Area Association because this year, because of the higher participation, we needed help to accommodate everybody. So really thank you all for hosting your fellow Tibetans and being here. And also the Tibet Youth Congress has been helping with organizing the program. And actually SFT has been always our partner for many, many years for Tibet Lobby Days. So I think we are showing to Washington, D.C. that the issue is still very much alive. And by the way, I have an important announcement because just 1 hour ago, the State Department released its report on the level of access provided to Americans to Tibet. So, John will read the summary.
So, in summary, the Chinese government systematically impeded travel to the Tibetan Autonomous Region and Tibetan areas outside the TAR for U.S. diplomats and officials, journalists, and tourists in 2018. The central government required all international visitors to apply for a Tibet travel permit to visit the TAR and regularly denied requests by international journalists, diplomats, and other officials for official travel. Approval for tourist travel to the TAR was often restricted around sensitive dates. U.S. official visits to the TAR, when permitted, were highly restricted. Travel to Tibetan areas outside the TAR did not require a permit, or, for diplomats and officials, prior notification by diplomatic note. However, Chinese security forces used conspicuous monitoring to intimidate U.S. diplomats and officials. Chinese government-designated minders followed U.S. diplomats and officials at all times, prevented them from meeting or speaking with local contacts, interrogated them, and restricted their movement in these areas. Tibetan Americans regularly face restrictions on their travel to Tibetan areas. Journalist access to these areas remains restricted or limited.
So, this is a strong language coming for the first time from the U.S. State Department as part of the implementation of the Reciprocal Access to Tibet Act. So, this is thanks to you all and all you have done over the last 10 years to make sure that we could move new legislation in Congress.